Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of Kitchen Conversations. And before I get started, I gotta take a little swig here because today, voice is a little dry, working here in the kitchen, hanging out over the sink. And I really wanted to share something important with you. And it's something as this episode comes out, we're at the midpoint of 2026. And for a lot of us, things have gone really great. And for a lot of us, things haven't gone the way that we wanted. And it's really starting to impact our mindset. And for me, for you, we have to recognize this. Our mindset is our mental cookbook. And you got to ask yourself, what are we putting into that cookbook? Because if you've got a cookbook with no recipes in it, what happens? Pretty much nothing. I mean, you can't see that anything is possible. And I love sharing with people that a cookbook is pretty much a book of possibilities. You have to start thinking, what is possible of what you can do? And when I first started my business, I recognized that I had the wrong mindset. I was hanging out with the wrong people. And as we hang out here in our kitchen, the kitchen analogy I want to share with you today is this one. If you're truly trying to cook something up in your life, are you hanging out with consumers? These are the people who like to eat food, but they don't know how to cook. Or are you hanging out with producers? People who know how to cook. Because for many of us, we're growing up in a world right now, we're living in a world where it's teaching us how to consume. We got to go to somebody else. We have to be dependent on somebody else. But I'll let you know right now, after years and years of learning how to cook and cooking for my family and my friends, it is so rewarding when you can not only serve yourself, but you can serve others. Where you can look at food and think about the possibilities. I mean, my wife will come in with just different food items. She'll throw it in front of me and say, hey, what can you make? I mean, I love it when my kids say, can you make that again? And I look at them, I say, yes, because I framed out my mindset to where it's like, I can do great things, whether it be books that I read, websites that I've had, experiences that I've had, or more importantly, I love hanging out with other chefs, other cooks. I mean, years ago, I was hanging out with a friend, his name is Kyle, and we were having a conversation with Kyle and my friend Roger, and we started to talk about this thing, and it said, the power of the ask. And we said the power of the ask, A-S-K, we said always seek knowledge. And we go, that's how we grow. That's how we, quote, flip our mindset and think about what is possible is we have to ask questions. I mean, the more questions that we ask, the more successful that we are because we start to not only get information, but if we ask the right questions, those people also teach us how to apply that information. Because I'm sure you've heard those groups that say that knowledge is power, and knowledge is not power. It's the application of that knowledge. But the first thing we have to do is we have to gain it. And the best way to gain it is to hang out, quote, with other chefs. So what do you want in your life? What do you want to cook up? Are you hanging out with people who can't cook or people who can? I mean, right now in this world, we are one click, swipe, or handshake away from getting the knowledge that we need to ask the right question. I mean, I was a former college orientation director, and I always share with our students, I go, the worst question out there is the one that you don't ask. And I said, in many cases for my students, the question that they didn't ask in class was the first question on the test. And they didn't have the answer for it. So right now, in this crazy year called 2026, as we meet the mid-year point, and I can tell you right now, I have not been cooking up the things that I've wanted. But this video series is called Kitchen Conversations. And once a week, what I do is, whether it be through Zoom, whether it be in person, whether it be on the phone, I think about the chefs that I look up to and I admire. These are people right now who are achieving great things in their personal and professional life. And there's some people who right now who are working through difficult things in their life. But I meet with them to ask questions, to ask them what's working and what's not working. I ask them to share their recipes with me. I ask them to let me know what type of meal they've burned, or how do they keep themselves from burning that meal and creating that 5-star masterpiece? I mean, for you, the next time you see a successful person, don't focus just on the success. I would ask them the questions like, hey, what's the biggest mistake that you've ever made? Because what we happen to see is those people make mistakes too, because nobody's perfect, but they're always working to give their best. But these people also share, as I said, their step-by-step, their guide, their blueprints, their recipe on what's taken in to get them there now. And what's going to happen is your mindset is going to change because you're going to see what the opportunities are. You're going to start to fill your mental cookbook with possibilities. So when we step into a kitchen, whether it be at your mom's house, your parents' house, your dad's house, a friend's house, maybe even go to a restaurant and you see somebody cooking up something good, don't we ask questions about what's the secret recipe? What's the secret sauce? How did they cook it? What's the secret to getting it to taste like that? If you're having a tough year right now, I want you to start asking questions and look at those people who are achieving some form of success that you want. Don't be jealous of them. Don't run away from them. Reach out. But also be honest. Let them know that you're having a tough and difficult time. And they might share with you that they're having a tough and difficult time too. That they're just putting on the face on social media or into the life, but they're having a tough time. Or better yet, if you're the one having the good year, but you see some people out there who are having a tough and difficult year, can't you share your recipe with them? Because I often share on stage that no chef finds satisfaction in just serving themselves. They find satisfaction in serving others. I mean, when we're in the kitchen and something tastes really good, don't we want everybody to try it and sample it? Doesn't that impact us when people want to share and give? Doesn't our mindset change when we sample something that's so good that you want to go out there and replicate it? That's how we got to cook up success in this life right now. Don't think about what you can't do. Don't focus on everything is bad. What we got to focus on is just like we do when we come into a kitchen. We got to think about that fresh thing that we're working to cook up. And if you're having difficulty cooking it up, you got to go find and reach out to somebody who can teach you how to cook it up. Where you can work with them side by side and say, hey, you know what? This is the right way to do it, the proper way to do it. Let me help you out. And maybe in some cases, they may even cook for you to help you out. But it takes the time for you to make the choice of, hey, think about the negative and keep going down that negative path, or to recognize that, hey, we still have half a year to go. We still have an opportunity to do great things. I know I'm going to be working with my team. I'm going to be hanging out with more chefs. I'm going to be hanging out with the right people and stop thinking about how bad things have been this year. And yeah, I can blame and complain about the economy and about AI and people flooding the speaker market. Or I can get into the kitchen. I can find a recipe. I can get to work. I can hang out with other chefs. And I can cook up the success that I'm hungry for. That's what you got to do too. So thank you for joining me for this kitchen conversation. Leave some comments at the bottom. If this is your first time watching, please click and subscribe. These videos come out every Monday. I'm going to be sharing these constantly, so look for these videos at 12 noon Pacific time every Monday. And more importantly, leave some questions in the comments. What type of video would you like me to record next? What areas are you playing small? Where are you stuck? Where are you struggling? Or more importantly, what success are you trying to cook up in your career, in your business, or your organization to take care of yourself, to take care of your family and your loved ones? I would love to be your chef of success and help you do that. So I'll see you next time. And remember, step into that kitchen called life and let's cook.